Galera, bom dia, galera. Vem pro meu canal aqui no YouTube, tá? Vem pra cá. Eu tô chamando a galera pra vir. Pra gente conversar. Galera, hoje eu vou deixar essa live ligada por bastante tempo, tá? Porque o cidadão aqui de cima, ele quinta, sexta, ele me acorda em horários mais fora do normal, né? A semana inteira dando porrada na minha cabeça. É uma pessoa realmente bastante invasiva, né? É uma pessoa muito. Bom, eu tô tendo esse problema já tem bastante tempo. Então, agora, toda vez que ele me acordar, toda vez que eu vou fazer uma live, né, para falar, porque aqui em Petrópolis o AI-5 está sendo promovido amplamente por pessoas seguidoras dessa corda asquerosa da milícia. Tipo essa merda que está aqui em cima. Eu não consigo dormir. Há muito tempo que estou passando por essas coisas. E não existem medidas efetivas para as coisas melhorarem, né? Ou serem diferenciadas. Mas espera aí. Good morning, people. Hello, guys. Are you there? Please, are you there? So I'll start to talk about myself and about something that happened in my life in the last year. Okay, in the end of the last year, I was for who doesn't know and who is getting here without knowing me, I'm gonna tell you my story. Okay, my name is Fabiana. Let me see if my not yet. Okay, now it's good. And my name is Fabiana, and I am trying to talk about my story and what militias are doing with me here in Rio de Janeiro, in the state of Rio de Janeiro, okay? Because now I'm living in Petropolis, but a few years ago I lived in Rio, and I am suffering an attack right now at that moment. I am suffering an attack too, because a person here keeps waking me up with a loud sound that looks like a roof crashing and roofing falling at my head. He is, I don't know who is that person. I hope it's the guy that I met a few days ago. That was a good person, but he looked but his behavior are exactly like the same that the person that raped me, my daughter, in my house at Rio de Janeiro. And we were attacked many times in there, and we didn't have any kind of help. And so we sent her to Petropolis, okay? But I'm having a problem because people that are involved, that are around, was was making money with our conditions, and they win money because they were doing they were charging us with taxes and militia taxes, but we doesn't understand at the time. So we pay for the consequence. But I'm here today to talk about how this story are getting a bigger proportion, and it's getting out of the scope of the people that are that think that have the control here in the city. They don't have. They are they work hard to the militias for the militias. And let me talk the story about my last year. In, no, in October, I started to work in the iFood. I don't know if you know iFood. It's a delivery system that we have here in Brazil, an app delivery system. And we work like Uber, just but to delivery other things instead of people. But we also can deliver people too, but it's not my case. I work with a bicycle, okay, and I I work with my bicycle, and I was riding the bike. I was making a delivery in the I'm a delivery woman, and I started to work in that app in the November, like in the last November, and in the last October. In the end of November, a car crashed me in the back, and they did not help me. So in December, a month after I had that crash, after the driver ran away, that I was able to make my surgery, because here in Brazil we have a health system like in the United States, and at the time of Barack Obama's time, that Obama's care. I don't know if you know that they had Obama's care, and here in Brazil we have the SUS. Okay, so I didn't pay anything for my surgery, and it was a success. It was a very success, and but I didn't know who did this to me, and and now I'm being pressed. I am being. I'm afraid to work, but that year I am working with delivery, but I had many problems because the person who questioned me by the back is still free in the city, doing she, wherever she can do, or he, I don't know. People here are protecting the driver. So I don't know what to do, what I have to do. And I started with that channel just to make a few videos about what's happening and what happened before I get in here. And I am 47 years old. I'm a writer. I never I never think about making this kind of content in YouTube. Okay, I like to write, I like to draw, I like to paint, but I cannot do anything because they don't let me do, they don't let me study, they don't let me talk, they don't let me work at the streets. So now they are manipulating me in the sense to work with the person who make that to me like nothing was happening, like nothing is happening, and I don't know what to do. And I am trying here to make this channel because I think that my story is a nice story to be told. Because I don't know how many times I can still with that fucking shit anymore. I don't like that. I don't like to be here that way. I preferred to be here like I was before at Instagram, uh, that I would make my lives walking, climbing, and riding my bike, and make it hiking hiking in the forest. But uh, I have to prove to the city that everything is okay after I've been crashed from, and didn't know who did that to me. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what people want from me. I don't like this city anymore. I like this city like I like to be here. I like the city. I'm using wrong words because I'm nervous, and I didn't write any script, okay, to be here today or whatever. Uh, what time? Every time I get here, I didn't write any kind of scripts. I am here to talk about it, and I, I think I'm gonna talk in English much more times because in Portuguese it's not being enough. They don't. People here are not helping. I never asked for help, but never at all because I know how they are. Uh, I have we had a lot of problems in Rio de Janeiro, and now I have to rely for people like nothing happens, but to protect the police here, the same police that are giving a shit about what's happened with me. Okay, and this is it's fucking weird. And, it's fucking Nazi. They are Nazis in here, okay? They are Nazis. And I don't know if you know Adriana Diaz. She make a very good research about that theme. She was collecting data for many times about the Nazis groups that we have here in Petropolis now acting normally, okay? They're acting normally. They're real Nazi groups, okay? It's not a joke or not and I'm not using wrong words. We didn't have any other words to describe that, okay? Just for you to know, we don't have another word to describe what that kind of groups are. They are malicious, they are dangerous, and they are acting here in Petropolis and the other cities and the other uh, cities, and they use malicious methods, okay? And people here are giving a shit about because everybody will have the same kind of thinking. And I'm tired, okay? I'm very tired because I'm not a lazy person. I love it to work with the delivery. I was having a lot of fun, and I work hard here in Brazil. I always work very hard. Me and my husband, and I think they are not satisfied with what happened with us. Okay, I think they are not satisfied enough. I think that I have to lose my arms, my legs, my head, and maybe like that, they would be satisfied. But now that I'm here, okay, and I think that somebody had has have the images of the accidents. Okay, I don't like to call that of accidents because it was an attack. Okay, it was not an accident. It's happening constantly with me. That kind of uh, extreme violence. I have a lot of episodes in my life about extreme violence. Yes, I have a lot of relationships that were toxic, and and um, and in that relations, one man he broke my leg. Okay, a man that I had a relationship in the past. He broke my leg, and he broke it kicking me. He kicked me so much that I got into the floor and I just protected my head and then he keeps kicking my head and my belly and everything, my body, all my body was being kicked in the floor because I couldn't stand up with so many with so many kicks and I think I'm not a person because people here don't care about women. Okay, they want to make propaganda that everything is okay. But I have to because here people are too much. I don't know the word for the translator. Just a moment, please. Okay. It's because my Google is in French and I have to translate to English. Just a moment. Uh, não é envolved. I lose my head back. Just a moment. And so I cannot do things at my time. All of my job, everything that I have done in my life, I make for myself. I didn't ask uh, anybody for any shit. And now I have to make the propaganda of the human traffic here in Petropolis just to keep my life going on. And like anything that had happened, it's very dangerous. We are in danger sign, very dangerous sign. Okay. Okay, just a moment. And I guess yes, he ran over from behind. I don't know if these words are correct. He crashed me and ran over from behind, and I had to rebuild my arm. Okay, I lose part of the bone of my shoulder bone, and here you can see the scar. Okay, it's a beautiful scar, and you can also see the here. Can you see that? That's the how it's called parafuso. Screw. I had 8 screws, I think. I don't know how many screws. Uh, me in a plate. I don't know how we call that. And that's what's happening with me. And that's my story, okay? Yeah, and it's not over yet. I think it will be over when I die. But I cannot I cannot talk about it, okay? Because here in Petropolis, there's a guy there promoting a law from the cave ages, and he wants everybody to be silenced. He wants that we don't talk about anything because that's like guarantee that people cannot speak. Okay, and they are taking that seriously. Okay, we cannot have the free speech in Petropolis. We don't have free speech in here. Okay, people are being silenced like me. Okay, it's the kind of silence as someone. And it's a way of silence people. Okay, and I'm very sad with that. I was liking to work with the delivery, and now I opened that channel to try something different because of the circumstances. That I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep at the time that I want. I cannot sleep at home. I have to work. I feel like that because I like to work. I'm working hard, but I don't like to ask people for money. It's not my it's not my way to do things. So I'm trying another kind of making my life normally again, but I'm not having so much fun. And I feel pain. I still feel pain. And at the time, it was so much painful, so much painful. I never had felt it. I never had felt it so much pain in all of my life. I had felt that in that day. Okay, I was when he did that or she, I don't know, uh, and he ran away. I thought that how how I am nothing. I never had nothing here. I'm not a person. I'm not a person. I could not be a mother because they had not other motives because they were winning money with my daughter. They were winning a lot of money, and this is the human traffic, okay? And I cannot talk about it, okay? I cannot talk about it. I can't even talk about that. And so I, I have a man that is above me. He keeps with the hammer uh, making noise. I cannot sleep. And I'm talking loud, not too loud, but uh, now it's 6 in the morning in Brazil. So we people are sleeping and I'm waiting to go to work. I cannot sleep. So how do I ride my bike without sleep? carrying many times carrying have delivering have uh, things. I'm feeling pain. So I was working after that. I worked a lot at the last few months, but they keep making jokes about me, and I'm feeling pain. I was in another address before that, and they keep making joke, making fun of me, and uh, and I was feeling a lot of pain because the joke of them, and now they are asking me like nothing happened, and my images are circulating, and I don't know who is doing that with me. A woman was pretending to be my daughter, mother, and she did a lot of shit. She's a clown like the other people that are, uh, they like the AI5, AI5, okay? And that's what they like here in Petropolis. I couldn't make my channel alive because they don't want me to talk. And now they are asking me to get back to iFood for me to not talk here and not tell what happened because I cannot talk. Here we have the AI5 law that, uh, and that's what, and that is what they believe. We have not, we don't have free speech here. Never had. I always paying. It was a very expensive. It's very expensive to talk here. It's very expensive, and people. And so I'm here now talking to you about that. And I will keep making these videos. Okay, when the title is in English, I will speak in English. Okay, I just you to know. Um, Let me share that slide with more people, just for you to know. People here are. That's why I make the title like Good Morning Vietnam. It was exactly what I used to say when I woke up in the Rio de Janeiro when my daughter was a baby, and now she's a beautiful lady with 17 years old. But at that time she was a baby, and a man that was our neighbor. He makes a lot of noise like that, and he attacks me with a I don't know how do you call that. And he make my mouth bleed and a lot of other things, and I had to live with that without no one to help me. Okay, that's a kind of way that we are being treated here in Petropolis. Okay, treated. It's all the time like that. Before I got in here, before uh, things were worse. things were worse, and people here don't want me to tell the truth. They are think that because I'm not like them, that I am a liar. But I didn't live here for many times. I am from Rio de Janeiro. I was born in Rio de Janeiro, but when I was a baby, my parents came from for Petropolis, and I grew up here. But we keep that, we keep going. Petropolis, Rio de Janeiro, it's normal for people here to keep living in both places. Okay, but I lived here. I was raised raised in Petropolis. So when I was 19, or I think 18 or 19, I get back to Rio de Janeiro, and I spent more than 20 years, 25, I think, living there. No, 20 years, 22, 23 years living there. Then I get back to Petropolis, and I am. We had the pandemic. In the pandemic, my husband died. It was in 2020, and after that, I didn't get a job. I didn't get any job, so I go and my right of work not enough to live. I regret a lot to didn't make that channel before. If I did that, then maybe I was not needing to work with the iFood, because I like iFood. I like to work with like a delivery woman, but it's a hard work. Okay, yeah, I don't know if people understand what is a hard work can be. Okay, I think they don't understand. They think that's easy because I'm a cyclist. They think it's easy for me, and if it's easy, it's, why I'm not doing that? Because like they didn't, they have done anything with me. It's like that. It's like I'm watching with while I'm talking to you. I am watching my videos, and I don't know if my English is good enough, but I I have to speak in many languages because they will not apply AI5 on me. They will not do that. I will make a coffee. Do you want to stay here with me? I want to talk about hair also. Sometime I will do that. Okay. I cannot sleep, I cannot be awake, I cannot work, I cannot do anything. Anything that I want, I cannot do. Everything I make them be nervous. I don't know why. nasty people. They are nasty. People. I think that I'm going away, okay? And I will end that and ending that live here. I ask you to help me if you subscribing, okay? Help me subscribing on my channel. Subscribe to my channel. And I'm very confused because I don't write any script and I don't have practice to speak English with no one here. I didn't have practice to speak in any language with anyone because I don't know people here. People I know I'm afraid to talk to. And because of that attacks a lot, and there are a lot of attacks that's involved that's attacks involve violence stuff and extreme violence episodes. That was one that I was kicked so much kicked like that, and he was a big man, and I'm a short woman. That's not a problem at all, but he makes a surprise attack. Yes, and he would call me a hawk and something, that kind of things, while he kicks me. Nothing happens with that guy, okay? Nothing happens. And I had another relationships after that, and in that other relation, yes, I broke it up with him. It's another man, okay? When I broke up with him, he didn't accept that fact. And he keeps going after me. And one day he called me to talk, and I crossed the street and to hear what he wants to say, because I was afraid of something worse, and I wanted that at the time that he speak fast for me to go away. I was afraid of him. He was a violent man, but this guy uh, didn't show a lot that he was violent, but he keeps me 1 month locked at his house. He kept me 1 month locked at his house, and I didn't realize it because at the first I thought it was a normal relation. I and we was dating. We were dating, and I didn't. And because of that, I didn't realize that I was locked. And one day, his father asked me if I want to call the police to go to 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 help me walk away. But at the time, I was afraid of to do that because I know that what he was keep living next to me, and sometime he will do again. Yeah. And like he did, and that's what I was talking about. One day he asked, called me in the streets. I was afraid, but I thought, here he won't do anything. It was night, it's early at night, early, and we have people there. in the streets. There are people sitting drinking. A lot of people in the streets. So I thought, oh, I'm gonna listen to him, listen what he wants to say, and walk away, run away fast, because and at that time, across the street, he grabs me from my hair. Okay, he uh, grabs my hair, and I fall at the floor. When I fall, he keeps pushing me a few meters from to a few meters, and it was let me see the correct word. Uh, ah, uh, dragged me up the hill. He dragged me up the hill from my hair with my hair. Okay, and it was a lot of painful, and in a moment that I could stand up, and he keeps grabbing me from my body, and I was shouting, go away, let me go away, and something like that. Let go of me, things like that. I keep saying that to him. I keep yelling on him to go away. And when we was next to his house, okay, up in the hill, it was not so distant, so far, but it's painful. It's in the head. But when we get the point that he wants to talk to me, I was standing, waiting, and I didn't know what to do because I couldn't run away. He put two hands here and didn't let me go. And when he started to talk, I I thought, no, not now. He will let me go, but he make that position and crash me in my face, and it was a very very painful uh, because he was very big, and he did that to my face, and I kicked my head in the wall behind me. So it was two punches, one from his hand and another from the wall. So uh, at that time, a man grabbed him from the behind and to with jiu-jitsu. Okay, that we call jiu-jitsu. Uh, okay, from the sparks, with a jiu-jitsu strike, and then I did that with him, and I ran it away, but it was everything. Okay. And after that, he keeps running after me, so I had to hide in a friend's house. Okay, I have to hide myself in a friend's house. So I keep there a few more, a few times, I keep I stay at my friend's house during uh, some hours to wait for him to go away. And the problem to call the police, it's because they're over there in Rio de Janeiro. It's not like here. Here is a little city, small city, and Rio de Janeiro, it's a big city, and I was afraid because of this his behavior that stalking me, and I knew that sometime he would find me, okay, and the police. He didn't care about him. He didn't give a fuck about the police. They're not afraid, not at all. And I think they like that. They like that game. Okay, I think they like that. They do that. It's they know what they are doing. He was not a child. I was 27. I thought he was a serious man because uh, he seemed to be uh, a worker, a man, a good man, polite. We didn't know. I didn't know that. Of course, I didn't know. No one that you date, to go for a date, tell you that he will punch you in the face at the first meet. No one tells it in the first meet. But that's what's happened to me, and that's my story. And now I have that crash, and that was another virus episode between that that time. Okay, but it was not so intense like that one that I described it here, and that was my my life totally unpredictable. Because after that, I had to take care of myself in so many ways that I don't know how I'm alive doing that. And that man that punched me in the face, he uh, do you know what happened to me? No, I will tell you, nothing had happened. And I discovered that I don't know if he, no, that his brother killed a woman also. Okay, I was not the first. And knowing that, I know that he's free, and we don't have fucking idea where he is now. I hope that he have died. Okay, really hope that that man have died. He is he's a very violent man. Yes, he's a psychopath. That man is a psychopath. And and after that, I keep these uh, these things keeps coming in my head. Uh, Principally when I live with a man with a hammer above me, reminds me all the time what they have done to me. Okay, but if you wanna help me, you can subscribe to my channel. Okay, I will keep making lives and speaking in English because I was at the United States once a, a long time ago, and it was a very good time. I like it. That's okay. I don't have any kind of, I don't have this hate that people have by the United States. Not me. I love it to be there. I don't want to go now. I would never go to United States now with that man. That's presence. I would never go. But one day I think I could visit again. I love it, the experience. It was a very enrichful experience. Yeah, I was. Um, I can talk about that some other time. I'll come another time here. Sorry. I thank you very much to listen to me. Subscribe here. Can subscribe and activate the notification for you to know. And when the title is in English, I will speak in English, okay? And you keep coming if you want to help me. I will be very, I am thankful now, but I will be very happy if you do that. Thank you very much. Thank you a lot.